Welcome back to our Back to School Financial Planning 101 series. We're here today with Corey Hulstein, Director of Tax at Modern Wealth Management. Today we'll be doing a short Q&A with Corey that helps highlight why tax planning is one of our Modern Wealth Advantage offerings. So let's get to it. What's one thing that you want people to know about tax planning?
Yeah, I think, Alex, the thing I would like people to understand about tax planning is we have the ability to manufacture what your tax return looks like. This does a variety of things for us. It can alleviate the stress of taxation. We know throughout the year what that tax return is going to look like when we file in April. The other thing there too is there's just a lot of savings that can be generated through practical use of the tax code. So we want to think about tax planning from this long-term perspective to say, how do we pay as little taxes as possible over the course of our lifetime, knowing that taxes are one of the realities of life. There's no real way to avoid them permanently.
How does tax planning differ from tax compliance?
Yeah, tax compliance is what we refer to as tax preparation, right? This is filing a tax return each and every year. The IRS, the government, they tell us we have to do this every year as long as we have a filing requirement. But everything we're doing with tax preparation is looking back at the past and reporting what already happened. Where tax planning differs is we're actually looking forward to the future to say, what proactive moves can we make today to make our tax return land at a more efficient location?
Why is it not necessarily a good thing to get a big return on your tax refund?
Yeah, this is basically giving the IRS or government a 0% loan on your refund. We overpaid on our taxes up front. We waited for 6 to 12 months to receive that money back. And the IRS says, thank you, we'll give that money back. You're entitled to this refund, but we're not going to pay you interest on this quote unquote loan. Therefore, we'd much rather keep the money invested in the market or with a fixed income stream tied to it rather than give it to the loan where we receive no rate of return on this quote unquote investment.
What is your favorite tax planning strategy and how does it work?
I would say, Alex, my favorite tax planning tool is probably ACA. So this is the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare insurance. The reason I like this strategy is because it takes a couple of years on the front end to prepare efficiently to utilize the tool on the back end. So it's really a combination of different tactics where we're really taking a strong look a few years in advance to say, how do we create cash flow without taxation to happen during this period of retirement before age 65. If we do this efficiently, this leads to very significant savings on both health insurance and taxation long term for these potential clients.
Why should someone consider working with a CPA or other tax professionals?
The main thing here is having subject matter experts in a variety of different areas. The way I always say this, Alex, is I don't go to the same doctor to work on my ankle that I do my heart. So while you should certainly have a financial advisor looking at the investments and overall financial plan, it's important to have a CPA working alongside of them because the tax code is its own separate animal. And it's important to have someone who understands the intricacies of the tax code and someone who understands the intricacies of the market. And so having more people in your corner working together, avoiding this game of telephone is really important.
Corey, thanks for your quick overview on those key considerations surrounding tax planning. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the role of tax planning in a comprehensive financial plan and your role as CPA and Director of Tax at Modern Wealth Management?
Yeah, I think the key here, Alex, is just make sure the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. So when we look at a financial plan, tax planning becomes a key part of this as well, as the dollars that we spend from the portfolio may or may not have an impact on our tax return, but it's important to make sure we have the whole encompassing view of what our financial picture looks like. Thanks for tuning in for this installment of Back to School Financial Planning 101 series. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can find a link in the description to schedule a meeting with our team.